Today, we're going to talk about a tiny, single-celled algae that has a huge impact on our health. Let's dive into the story of chlorella, what I like to call the body's quiet cleaner. So, you've probably heard of spirulina, right? It's pretty famous for being a builder. It nourishes, it strengthens, but its cousin, chlorella, is its polar opposite. You see, where spirulina adds to the body, chlorella subtracts. It's a cleaner, designed specifically to pull unwanted stuff out. And this single distinction, well, that's the key to its unique power.
So what exactly is chlorella? Well, it's an ancient life form, a single-cell green algae that's been around for literally billions of years. But its most remarkable feature? That's its cell wall. It is one of the toughest found anywhere in nature. And that toughness? That's not a flaw. That's precisely where its superpower lies.
And not superpower is its incredible ability to bind with toxins. This is how chlorella cleans the body, from the inside out. This power has a name. It's called binding. That super tough, rigid cell wall has this natural magnetic pull for harmful substances. It doesn't just neutralize them. No, it actively grabs onto them and literally escorts them completely out of your system. So, what's it grabbing exactly? Oh, a whole list of unwelcome guests. We're talking heavy metals like mercury and lead, nasty environmental toxins, industrial pollutants, all those persistent compounds that our bodies really struggle to clear out on their own. And this is the crucial point to get. Chlorella isn't some kind of chemical solvent. It's a physical mover. It doesn't dissolve the toxins. It physically grabs them and carries them away. It's a very active mechanical process. Now, you might be thinking, hey, doesn't my body already have systems for detoxification? And you're right, it does. But there's a catch. And that catch is why this whole removal process is so absolutely critical. It's because of something called the toxic recycling loop. See, our bodies work hard to send toxins to the gut to be eliminated, but, and this is the frustrating part, before that can happen, they often get reabsorbed right back into the bloodstream. It's this vicious cycle that keeps the body toxic even when it's trying its best to clean itself. This is where chlorella steps in. It plays the part of the body's quiet janitor. So let's look at the incredible ripple effects that happen when this toxic loop is finally broken. Here's exactly how it works. Step 1, your body does its job and moves toxins into the gut. Step 2, before they can get reabsorbed, chlorella cell wall binds onto them, and it binds on tight. And then step 3, chlorella, now holding onto those toxins, is safely escorted out of the body for good. The loop is broken. Just like that. The immediate benefit? A much healthier gut. By binding all those irritants and just lowering the toxic load, chlorella really calms down the intestinal lining. And this also has a cool side effect. It indirectly supports your good bacteria, not by feeding them, but by simply cleaning up their homes so they can actually thrive. This cleaning process also has a really profound effect on the immune system. But we're not talking about stimulation. Boosting an immune system that, for a lot of people, is already confused and overactive. No, we're talking about modulation. By removing all that toxic noise, chlorella allows the immune system's own intelligence to come through more clearly. Think about it. When the noise drops, intelligence rises. So, if chlorella is so effective, why isn't it a household name? Why isn't everyone talking about it? This brings us to what I call the paradox of the janitor. Why this quiet hero so often stays invisible. Well, there are a few pretty clear reasons. For one, it's cheap to grow, and you can't patent it. So right there, the huge financial incentive just isn't there. Plus, its action is non-specific. It cleans house broadly rather than targeting one single thing. And ultimately, it just doesn't fit the hero narrative of modern medicine, which is always looking for that one magic bullet for one specific disease. Our whole medical system is built to find these highly specific, targeted weapons to attack a problem. But chlorella doesn't attack anything. It's a janitor, quietly cleaning the entire building in the background. And that leads to the most crucial point, doesn't it? We rarely notice the janitor's work until they stop. And then the whole system starts to break down. That is the quiet, absolutely essential role that chlorella plays. So this all comes down to one big takeaway. The need to restore an ancient and often forgotten balance between cleaning and building. We started with this comparison for a reason, because it's the core concept to remember. Spirulina feeds and builds, chlorella cleans and removes. They are two sides of the same coin. And it turns out, true health, it requires both.
This is the foundational principle, the bottom line. It doesn't matter how much you try to nourish or build up the body, you simply cannot truly heal in an environment that's bogged down by a heavy toxic burden. You know, Chlorella's job isn't to add some new magical instruction to your body. Its purpose is much simpler. It's just to remove what doesn't belong. Because when that interference is finally gone, the body's own innate intelligence, its own ability to heal, can finally come to the surface. The body remembers how to be well.
It doesn't shout, it doesn't promise some quick fix miracle. It just cleans. And that right there, that is the quiet, immense power of chlorella.